Now, this evening we bring you the story of a woman who ditched her catering business and corporate clients, opting to get her hands dirty and farm the land instead. Puseletso Ndema's small family-run agricultural business is already reaping big rewards.
Sick and tired of waiting for big-name clients to pay for services she'd rendered, entrepreneur Puseletso Ndema decided to embark on something new. She pulled on a pair of gardening boots and started farming this piece of land. Ndema and a team harvest fruit and vegetables, boil it down, and thus is the end product. Currently, her Green Fingers preserves are sold locally, direct to the public.
I see myself exporting. I see myself in these products, all these products, I see them in shelves. It's only a matter of time that this dream will be realized. But most importantly, I want to teach the youth that it's not all about working elsewhere. You can nurture the talent that you have.
The 4-year-old company has grown in leaps and bounds. Ndema employs 6 staff members, some of them family. The company has changed the lives of those who are part of it.
I'm very afraid of poverty. That's my number one. That's my number one. But also, as I indicated, that I love doing this. My parents were in this field and they were not educated.
Cooking is Ndema's first love, and she considers herself lucky to do this for a living.
The feedback that I get from my clients, that makes me want to do more, to create more, because I love playing in this kitchen of mine.
The cook says innovative culinary creations are the key to taking Green Fingers to the next level.
A very happy entrepreneur there. Now, business owners like Puseletso could have a desire to franchise their business. So, for a look at how to go about doing so, I'm joined by John Baladakis of the Franchising Association of South Africa. Thank you so much, John, for your time this evening.
Pleasure, Sigrid.
And I suppose it takes that kind of passion and dedication in order to move towards what we're about to be talking about.
Amazing, and that's what franchising is all about, is putting passionate owners into their own businesses.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then literally letting their money and their businesses make money
because
for them.
Franchising is the vehicle where they can create wealth.
Yeah.
It can create jobs. It is a place where we can give people steady, long-term incomes, teach them skills, and basically, hopefully, make them entrepreneurs themselves.
So how easy is it to become a franchisee in South Africa?
Well, it's a process. Which basically means that you've got to find the opportunity, you've got to find the brand you like, you've got to make sure that you're going to fit into that brand.
Yeah.
The most important thing about franchising is that you as a person can fit into that brand that you're going to represent.
Yeah.
It's got to be a brand that's going to make you energize, that's going to make you energetic, that's going to make you feel like waking up every morning and going to your business and running it.
And that's such an important thing that you've just said, because I hear a lot of people say, oh, I see KFC is doing well, or Nando's, or whoever, and they want to buy into it because they think it's doing well, but they're not thinking about whether they'll make a perfect fit with the business so it becomes successful. So what advice would you give a potential person?
Do your homework. Yeah. Speak to the other franchisees of the brand that you're interested in getting into. Make sure that you're going to fit into that organization from a emotional point of view and from a psychological point of view, that you are happy to be representing that brand. Very important. I'm a Pick n Pay franchisee. I'm happy to be a Pick n Pay franchisee. I'm happy to go to work every day. I always say to the people that ask me about my business, I say, if you cut my veins, I'm gonna bleed blue and red blood. Pick n Pay blue and red blood. And that's how passionate you've got to be about the business.
And how much work do you need to put in? Because the other thing again is this is an established brand, whatever it is, and one assumes, well, it's already out there, so people are just going to run to it. So how much work do you have to put in?
There's no getting away from it. Understand, when you're running your own business, you're going to work extremely, extremely hard. At the beginning, when we started our business, myself and my brother, my partner is my brother, we worked very hard. I mean, I remember days and nights. I remember sweeping floors.
Yeah.
I remember using the machine to clean the floors, baking, cutting on the bandsaw when there was no one there to cut on the bandsaw and customer wanted meat. You know, I say, if you're a franchisee, 1 minute you're CEO, 1 minute you're cleaner, 1 minute you're till packer, 1 minute you're cashier. You've got to be able to do everything.
And you've got to understand every aspect
That's
of
it.
your business.
Absolutely.
As someone, so we've just seen in the insert, Puseletso started her own business. She's now got the products that she's going to be selling. If she decided that maybe she wanted to franchise her business, how does one then go about becoming a franchisor?
Sure. So basically the important thing is that you've got a concept that is sort of almost from, if you look at it in the baking industry, almost a cookie cutter approach.
Yeah.
That you can cut and paste, cut and paste, cut and paste. With a proviso that you're not cutting and pasting the same thing all the time. So we wouldn't open a store in, let's say, the middle of Tembisa in the same, with the same product range or with the same look and feel as we would open a store in the middle of Sandton.
Okay.
So you'd walk in, you'd feel it's the same place, but the product range would be different.
Because you're catering for that.
With that proviso, you got to make sure that you cater for the market that you're going to go into. Other than that, make sure your story is, you've got just your story correct. In other words, your books are right. The profit margins that you are trading under are known to you, and you're able to translate that information, translate the formula of franchising for your brand to the next person and the next person and the next person. That's basically it.
Okay.
And then approach FASA.
To help you along, absolutely.
Yes.
Thanks for your time today. John Baladakis is with the Franchising Association of South Africa.